Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Today is Taurus September 2015 reading. I'm just going to shuffle the cards, Taurus, for you. And let's see what's coming up for you in September 2015. So Universe, Spirit, Angels, Lord, please can you help us with the reading for September 2015? What energies, what events can you see coming up for those born under the zodiac sign of Taurus, rising and moon signs? Also, what can you see coming up for Taurus September 2015, 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 Taurus, September 2015, Taurus, September 2015, Taurus, September 2015. Please show me the energies and events coming up for Taurus in September 2015. Okay, Taurus, I'm cutting the cards in three. I'm going to collect them back up. And as usual, I'm going to take a card from the bottom of the deck, which is going to serve as the overall theme for the month. I'm taking two cards from the top, which will serve as the general energy for the month, and we're going to lay out the normal 8 cards to serve as events. Okay, I get really excited at this bit because I don't even know what these cards are. I haven't turned them over yet. I'm going to turn over the first two. Oh, okay. Looks fun. Oh! You've got some very good energies. Let's see what the middle ones say, though. I'm not going to say anything just yet. Okay, so Taurus, just looking at these cards in depth before I say anything. Your general energy for September is love. I'm pretty sure that this is a love reading, if anything. We do have the Lovers, and we've got the Nine of Cups, okay, together. Now, you know that I'm an intuitive reader. I don't really go by what I read on the internet or books. I mean, obviously, you've got to use books and all of the literature you can when you're learning the tarot, because this is what first gives you your guidelines to finding out what each card means. But as a reader, it's really up to you to put stuff together and just get a general feel of what you feel is coming through. I feel here the general energy is about, the Lovers card is often a card about intense love. To me, it can be a sexual card. To me, and it's funny how we have the Lovers and the Two of Cups in the same reading, Taurus, because both of these cards are very strong, emotional, passionate cards. They just are. The Lovers card is slightly different in that it can infer 3 people. It can infer temptation. And the Two of Cups, which is your overall theme, is partnership. It's 2 people coming together to kind of make one soul. It really is a card about, sorry, I thought there was something on my laptop then. It really is a card about, this can be a soulmate card as well. And I feel that the Lovers card is almost like a really strong, passionate, soulmate, fated card. But it's also a card about making choices. You know, do I stay in this relationship or do I leave it? Do I get together with this person or do I just kind of not bother? But I feel that something is going to be fulfilled because I'm looking at the bottom cards. Okay? And I feel that there's going to be some deceit in September. But I feel that all in all with the reading, everything is going to come good by the end of September. I feel that you do have some challenges, and I feel that this could involve two people who are kind of thinking about a relationship, thinking about whether they want to pursue it, but I feel that there might be obstacles with that, and I feel that the interference could be coming from other people. But I do feel that by the end of September there will be an alliance made. Okay, I do feel for September the overall energy is love, and you're really going to be feeling that, you and this other person. Okay, so if this resonates with you, as usual, you've got to let me know. You've got to contact me and let me know what you think about the reading, because I'm just getting a really strong vibe that two people are involved here. Okay. The other card that we have for your general energy, we're going to talk about the Two of Cups a little bit more in a moment as your overall energy, but I want to deal with the first two cards first, the general energy. We've got the Nine of Cups. So this is something that is wished for. This is your wish fulfillment card. You know, you have to look at readings and look at where the actual cards sit and how they're speaking to you. And I feel that the guy on the Nine of Cups very much wants there to be a union. Okay, I feel that the month of September is going to be one of wanting something to emerge, wanting something to happen. But I feel that there's two people involved in this. I just get the feeling there are two people. And one of you might feel kind of, well, both of you feel strong about the union. But you both know that there are choices to be made. But I feel that for you, especially for you Taurus people, it could be some of you guys who are already involved in a relationship. But I do feel strongly that this reading is speaking primarily to the single Taurians, to the people who are single and watching this video. And I feel that on the Nine of Cups, because we have a guy here, this is a guy who very much wants this union. Okay, but there might be things standing in his way. Okay, I feel there might be obstacles to this. So I feel that there is a choice to be made in September over a love union. Okay, but I feel that if this resonates with any of you, I feel that the person that you're thinking about is very passionate about you, but they've got a lot to deal with and they've got a lot of thinking to do. But I feel that they are very, very passionate about you. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. Whether you're a man or a woman, I feel that the person that you're thinking about is very passionate about you and feels very passionate about you. And I feel that they feel very kind of comfortable when you're around. They feel very kind of as if you're just the right person for them. But they do have some obstacles, some stuff to deal with. This Two of Cups is the overall theme. It's, I believe, 100% going to be running all the way through September for you guys. This is what I feel. There is something that is wanted here. There is a union. This is a soulmate thing. This is something that is very strong, very passionate, very kind of, it's fated, it's meant to be. And it's sitting right there in your Two of Cups. Okay? But this man really wants it here. He'd feel very, very satisfied if you came together. Let's have a look at... so, the theme I feel overall for September is love for you guys. Because we do have a very sexual card in the Nine of Cups. A very kind of... This guy is very self-satisfied. It's almost like he feels that he's met the person that he's meant to be with. And he really wants it. So I do feel the overall theme is love and union. Overcoming obstacles to achieve the goal of love in September for some of you guys. This is what I feel with this reading. So we've got a guy and a girl showing up here. Pardon me, guys, if you're gay or lesbian, just treat it as being the other person, okay? It doesn't matter. But just for the purposes of looking at the cards and the characters, I say a guy and a girl. But obviously, if you're in a same-sex relationship, or you're attracted to somebody of the same sex, then it would be representative of the other person, okay? We've got the Hermit here as the first two cards. And we've got the High Priestess. Now, Major Arcana cards, these are two very strong Major Arcana cards, but for me, the Hermit and the High Priestess are two of the most silent cards in the tarot, but also two of the most powerful cards in the tarot. And it's so funny with these cards showing up together as the first two cards in events, because when I talk about events, I can also be talking about people and how they kind of interact or don't interact together. And when I look at Major Arcana cards like the Hermit and the High Priestess, or the Emperor, or the Empress, which we do have in this reading, what I actually see is people. And often the characters on the Major Arcana can be representative of people. That's a fact within the tarot. Certainly a fact within when I've done readings. I usually show up as that High Priestess. If I've had a reading done, I'll always show up either as the High Priestess or the Empress. And it's funny how we get the High Priestess and the Empress, because the High Priestess conceals, but the Empress shows. So the Empress is the surface, but the High Priestess is what's going on inside. They're basically the same people, to be honest with you. But they're just different kind of reflections of the same people. They're two very powerful cards, the High Priestess and the Empress. But let's go back to the Hermit and the High Priestess. These are two people I feel, this represents you guys, okay? You and this person that want a union. But you're both thinking about it. You're both going through a time of having to think. And the reason why I felt that there was a choice here is because we have this Lovers card at the top of the reading. And the reason why I thought that you're going to be coming together is because we have this Two of Cups as the overall theme. And I'll show you the other cards in a moment that are there. The Hermit is... I always kind of struggle with the Hermit card in a way, guys, because I only ever use the Rider-Waite deck when I'm doing the YouTube readings. And also my private readings. I'll only really ever use those. Because I love them. Because the pictures explain so much and they show me so much that other cards just can't show me. I just prefer to use this deck. And what I notice with the Hermit is that he's got a burden on him. Nobody ever talks about the burden that the Hermit is going through. It is a mental burden. Look at this card, guys. Look at how the Hermit holds his staff to his head. His head is leaning against his staff. And his other hand is holding out a light. He's not looking at the light. But the light is right in front of him. To me, the Hermit doesn't really want to face up to something. He doesn't really want to face up to something. There is a burden here with this staff that he's holding against his head, and he's holding it quite strong. He's really thinking about something. He's really kind of in turmoil over something. But the answer is the light, but he doesn't want to face it for some reason. He doesn't want to stare at the answer. If he looked at the light, the answer would be there right in front of his face. But he almost makes it more difficult for himself. That's what I feel about the Hermit. The High Priestess, when I look at her, she represents passivity, being passive. If you look at this card, guys, she's blank. She's just got a blank stare on her face. It's just like, okay, whatever. I'll just wait. But she also represents someone who knows herself. She knows who she is inside of herself. She knows who she is. If I go quiet as usual, guys, it's because I'm really looking at the picture. She has wisdom because she's got something, I don't know what she's holding in her hand. It's a scroll. And I think it says Torah, which is the Jewish religious book. So she's already enlightened. He's not enlightened, this hermit guy, because he's still searching for answers. But the answers are already in there with the high priestess. So she already knows her stuff. And she's kind of just passively sitting there and just letting whatever is going on, going on. So I feel that the burden will mostly be with the guy, or mostly be with the person that you're interested in. Because you already know what you want. It could be either way. You could be the hermit, for example, and the other person could know what they want. We do have this guy on the 9 of Cups who knows what he wants. But there is choices to be made here with the Lovers card. There is satisfaction going to be happening in September for you guys. I'm sure of it. Because we have some very good cards here. But there are challenges to be faced. We'll come back to those two cards in a moment. We have the Ace of Swords next. And the 7 of Swords. 2 Swords cards. How much I hate the Swords cards. Especially the ones that represent some form of... how can I say? Some kind of challenge or some kind of deceit. Or some kind of problem. The 7 of Swords is an interesting card because it can mean so many things. It can mean that you're running away from something. It can mean that somebody's trying to take something from you. It can mean that somebody's trying to be sneaky or trying to get away with something. I feel that you're going to face a challenge with this relationship in September, though, before you actually come together with someone. And you guys know how I do my tarot readings now. This is my kind of niche, if you like. I'm slightly different from some other tarot readers on YouTube because I tell the story through the cards rather than. And some people would say, well, it's not general enough, it's too specific. But this is what's got me nearly 6,500 subscribers because of the way that I read tarot on YouTube, which is different. It's not kind of like, for some of you this, for some of you that. I look at it and I just feel the story unfolding through the cards. The Ace of Swords is a card about truth. Absolutely no word, no question about this card. It is truth. It is breakthrough. It is reaching a goal through adversity. Okay? There's a crown at the top of that. That's your goal. That's where you want to get to. It's kind of like the yes card, but it's not the yes card like it is the Ace of Wands. Like the Ace of Wands is like, yes, it has a bright sparkly light around the hand, like this one does. But this is a sword. So it suggests to me challenge. And it suggests to me that happiness can come at a price. Okay? This card can suggest arguments. It can suggest petty arguments, conflict, bullying, that type of thing. But also this is a card about standing your ground on something, okay? No matter what. Holding the sword of truth up. Like the sword, like Excalibur, you know? Pulling it out of that hard rock that it was stuck in. And saying, yes, I finally did it. So you're going to face some trials with this situation in September. Between you and a lover. Or you and somebody who is in your life. Because both of you are thinking here with the Hermit and the High Priestess. There is thinking going on. But one person is finding it a little bit more difficult than the other person is. But there is resolution with this. I'm going to have another quiet moment, guys, because I'm looking at the 7 of Swords card and how I feel that might step in or fit in. I feel that this person on the 7 of Swords you've got to be wary of. Because this person is no good. This person might be a third person who's trying to put their oar into something here for you guys. in September. This person, I feel on the Seven of Swords, is not good. Okay? Whenever I've seen this card, this is suggested to me sneaky behaviour. Sneaky, sneaky behaviour. People that are doing stuff behind your back. But they're kind of, it's obvious to you, but it's not obvious to everybody else. So I feel that you are going to face opposition with trying to make a breakthrough with something. There is opposition here. But it's not too much opposition. There's a little bit of opposition. We don't have a Ten of Swords. Okay? Which is a really nasty card to get in any reading as far as I'm concerned. And I don't care how many tarot readers say that the Ten of Swords is, you know, a brilliant card because it's, you know, the light after the darkness. It depends on where you get that Ten of Swords a lot of the time. If you get it, for me, if I've seen that Ten of Swords in the future position, it's not great. And if I've seen it in the present position, that's the only good place I see the Ten of Swords, when it's in the present position. Because it means that you're aware of it and you're going to be coming through it. Or in the past. Okay? But if I see that card in the future position, I don't like it. I seriously, seriously don't like that card. It's one of the worst cards for me in the deck, the Ten of Swords. I hate it. Every time I see it, I shudder. Makes you know, makes my spine tingle. I hate the Ten of Swords. But the Seven of Swords, I mean, the Ten of Swords for me, even though it's not in this reading, thank goodness, suggests many people trying to attack one person or trying to oppress someone or burden someone or keep them down. This person is just a little idiot trying to stand in the way of something, trying to steal something, trying to cast doubt on something. And maybe this person is casting doubt with this person, the Hermit, who has a real problem thinking. He knows what he wants to do, because he's got the light in front of his face. He knows what's right, but he's kind of still thinking. He knows how he feels, but he's kind of still thinking. He's still kind of feeling mental burden. This mental burden could be coming in through people who are interfering in your relationship, or where you want to go with it, with the Seven of Swords. Just when you feel that you've made a breakthrough, somebody comes in to put the shit in there. And that's your Seven of Swords cards as far as I'm concerned. We have the Page of Wands, it's news. Okay? This card always suggests risk to me. Passion. Travel. Taking flight. Movement. But to me, it's kind of movement sometimes without thinking. It's funny how we've got this Page of Wands next to the Four of Swords, which is a card of silence. Passivity again. It's a card of retreat. So there are messages coming through, but somebody doesn't want to hear them. You see how this Page of Wands stands up straight? He's got something to say. He's very proud, this page is. He stands up very, very straight. He's got something to say, but somebody doesn't want to hear it. On your Four of Swords. Again, I'm just looking at these cards and I'm just trying to allow my intuition to flow on this reading. The Page of Wands often says go for it. But the Four of Swords says no, wait. So I feel that this would fit in with this Hermit guy here. He wants to go for something. His vision is to go for it. He wants to take action. But his psyche says wait. His mind says wait, which is with the Four of Swords. Give me more time to think about this. So this is either you guys or the other person who wants to go for it, but you're just going to wait that little bit longer before you make a move. However, the beauty of this reading is that we do have the Empress card, which is a card about, and it's a number 3 card, which is about the initial completion of a goal. Okay, so it is the start of something for you guys with this Empress. And it's almost like, when I look at the High Priestess, she sits quietly, calmly. She knows what she knows. She's very, very wise. And she just lets everything else go on around her because she knows who she is. But now she's transformed into the Empress. She's transformed from the silence into the in-your-face beauty. And somebody has made a decision by the end of September, because we do have this 6 of Pentacles. This is about giving something of yourself to somebody else. To me, this is a decision card. This is about holding out the hand of friendship, extending it. This is about sharing a gift. Could be a gift of love. The Empress is also about abundance. She has everything she needs. In a way, she's like the 9 of Pentacles, the lady on the 9 of Pentacles. They're very self-sufficient women. They've built everything up on their own. But I'm pretty sure the High Priestess has now changed into the Empress in September. And that's you guys, I feel. Now there is a transition. And a decision has been made. This is the initial completion now, after a time of silence, after a time of waiting. Let's recoup on this reading, and I might just drag out an angel card and ask Taurus exactly what they feel this reading means. Okay. So angels, what do you mean? What is going on with this reading? Can you just kind of clarify everything for us, for Taurus, in September 2015? Can you give us some clarification, please? So Taurus, September 2015, please give us clarification on the reading. Taurus, September 2015, angels, please give us clarification on this reading. Taurus, September 2015, please give us clarification on the reading. Please give us clarification on the reading. One just flipped out here. Oh, the Hermit just flipped out. That's interesting. And Queen of Cups. How interesting. 2 cards. So the Hermit and Queen of Water in the Angel Tarot. Let's have a look what they say. Number 9. Number 9 is always about changes as well. The Hermit. This card signals that you'd benefit from spending time alone, listening to your inner voice, which is what we find in the Hermit here and the High Priestess. Meditation is essential as the path to enlightenment. It is an inner journey. Be silent and experience the joy that comes from seeking the truth of your own heart. Learn to feel comfortable in your own company. After all, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. This card also signifies spiritual teaching, so it can mean that you have wisdom to impart to others, or that perhaps it's time for you to find a spiritual teacher. Sharing wisdom is part of your spiritual journey, especially right now. Additional meanings of this card: good advice, finding or becoming a mentor, self-discovery, re-evaluation of plans, going on a spiritual quest. And we also have the Queen of Water come up. Let's have a look what it says about that card. Situations, emotional issues, or relationships with others evolve to a new level. Even if things aren't perfect, there's a sense of peace and calm within you, and you intuitively know what to do next. Your feeling for and insights about others can be trusted. Make sure that that as you nurture those around you, you don't forget to also care for yourself. So people, a person of deep but mature emotions, able to sense what others need and lovingly provide it. An intuitive or psychic person who trusts his or own perceptions and uses them to navigate the physical world successfully. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, generous, gentle, and conditionally accepting of others. That's beautiful, because both of these cards are what I was talking about. The Hermit, who goes inward to reflect, to think about what he wants to do, and the High Priestess, who relies on her intuition and her psychic abilities just to kind of weather the storm and just to kind of think about what she wants to do and how she's going to do it. And this is why I feel that we have the Lovers card here, which is the choice card, but also we've got the Nine of Cups, which is the card of kind of enjoyment. It's a card of satisfaction. It's a card of wishes fulfilled. So I do feel here very strongly with this reading that it is, in a way, a love reading. Okay, you can interpret it in any which way you want, but I'm going down the love theme here because I feel it very, very strongly. I feel that the Hermit and the High Priestess are two people, you and somebody else, Taurus. One of you is going inward to think. One of you knows what it wants, but it's sitting patiently waiting. We have the Page of Wands, messages, drive, passion, taking things to the next level, not being afraid to take the risk. But then we have the Four of Swords, which is in the way, and it's still a waiting period in September. So this person knows what they want, whether that's you or the other person, but you have to accept somebody else's wishes. You have to accept that they may want to wait and take their time before they reach a final decision. There is some obstacle here. We do have this Ace of Swords, but the Ace of Swords is also a brilliant card for overcoming a challenge and overcoming an obstacle. It is a communication card as well, so it's a breakthrough in some communication going here. The only nasty card I see in a way is the Seven of Swords, as far as I'm concerned. Somebody who's trying to kind of be a little bit sneaky about stuff, but they won't succeed because they really are on their own. There isn't any other backup here. There are no other bad cards. Finally, we have the High Priestess coming out. She's coming out of her shell to turn into the Empress. The Empress is a very sexual, revered, nurturing woman. And the culmination of the reading for September is the Six of Pentacles. Somebody has made a decision here. They want to give their time to someone. They want to give their time to something. This is what this card signifies to me in this reading. With the angel cards on top, the angels are saying it's a time for going inward and it's a time for thinking. But then after that time and that period of thinking and going inward, you will find that a new relationship is going to develop in September for some of you guys. Because we have the Queen of Water. This can represent a man or a woman. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. Don't be afraid to care. Don't be afraid to love. Get rid of any preconceived ideas. This might be someone here with the Seven of Swords that is trying to put doubt into your mind. But I feel that both parties know what they want. It's just that they're handling it in slightly different ways. And finally, for me, just looking at the overall energy is your Two of Cups. This is the coming together of two people. And I do strongly feel it's a love reading. I really do. Because this Lovers card, to me, is represented by the Hermit and the High Priestess. Two people who are alone, but yet they're together. The Queen of Water is the High Priestess in a way, and the Hermit is reflective of and the Hermit in the angel reading is reflective of the Hermit here. And that's so interesting. Two people together yet apart. Together in your Two of Cups, but apart in the Hermit and the High Priestess. I feel that if this resonates with you guys, this is a soul connection that you have going on here, and it's something that is very difficult to break. someone finally recognises your beauty and they just want to give it all to you. So that's it, Taurus. For the month of September, there are choices to be made, but they will go in your favour. There's a lot of love around you, but if the other person who you know is quiet or goes on the quiet side, don't think that they're not thinking about you, because they are. They just want to take their time. But I feel by the end of September, they will have made their minds up to go with it, to take a risk, because you are beautiful in their eyes. So they will go with it. Okay, that's your reading, my darlings, for September. If this resonates with any of you guys, let me know, and I will speak with you really soon. Take care.